Hello Libras and welcome to your January 2024 reading. So happy new year. May all of the light and joy and everything you need for your blooming and your best path be on your way in this next year of 2024. So on this, I meditated on your energy for the month of January. And very interesting, the first card that I picked is the Emperor, and the second one was the Empress. So right away when we start like this, Emperor, Empress, we have our feminine, divine masculine right there. So that really dictates probably the center subject of your month. You can view it as your right brain and your left brain, your inner world, your outer world, how you're acting, how you're managing your life, and how you're receiving your guidance, your creativity, your pleasure, your insight, all of this. So, because they work together. They both serve each other when they're upright. And that's how it should be. So then we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Three of Wands in reverse. And that is the sentence that would go with this row is there's a beautiful pentacle. So that means that can be something solid, a project, an idea, a relationship, whatever it is. Okay, but it is solid. It can be grown. It can, be touched, felt, and so on. So there it is. But the Three of Wands in reverse, that says, I've got my inspiration there. I'm ready to plant it and all of that. But I don't know how it's going to happen. And there's a lot of blockage that happens because we cannot see how it's possible, we're not even doing it. We're not even planting it. So the fact that they show that your Emperor and your Empress are upright, to begin with, you have what it takes to make it happen. You have to trust yourself more. But here they're going to show what kind of needs the readjustment so that you can flip that back, or that you can jump into it even if you don't know how it's going to happen, but to trust your Empress wouldn't have given you this seed if your Emperor wouldn't have been able to plant it. So under the Emperor, I have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse with the Six of Cups in reverse. And there you go. That's why, see on this card, it's a man. It's the masculine. That's why your Emperor is all willing, has the wisdom, the knowledge, and all of that. That's why he cannot see how it can happen. Because the inner self-security of knowing that you'll be supported, knowing that you have what it takes to actually be grounded. This is your root chakra. And when it's in reverse, it's in fight or flight. And here with the Six of Cups in reverse, we're talking about my inner, because these are two feminine aspects on top of it. So they influence the Emperor. Six of Cups, this is what I've always loved. This is allowing myself to have a balanced, open heart chakra. So we're going to clarify this, but here they're giving us two hints up to why we cannot see it. It's almost like it won't be received, even if it's something I loved. Under our Empress, and because of that, she's very safe. And here, she's been wounded and she's on the defensive. So your Empress is closed, on the defensive, and your Emperor is insecure and doesn't feel like it's actually going to be received. Okay, so under our Ace of Pentacles, we have the Fool. So at least at this point here, you're going to say, that's it. I'm not in, out, yes, but going back, forward, 2 steps backward. I'm going to jump. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to go on it. And here at the end of the month, your inner conflict about taking that pentacle or not is going to calm down. So let's look at this more deeply. So I think you're really going to learn how to make your feminine and your masculine work together by seeing what hinders them. Okay, I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Libras for the month of January 2024. Libra. So we have the full moon in Leo at the end of the month, and here with the 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 3 of Wands, it's like if these two things created distortions in the wands, in the fire. And it made your Empress very much on her guard. And when our Empress is not, in her full potential, when she's like that, she will be very worried in a sense of, I'm on my guard, I'm expecting the worst, and she's the one that allows. So if she's expecting the worst, she won't allow anything to happen. She's been wounded, and now she's afraid. She's afraid to follow her intuition. She's afraid to follow her creativity. And then your masculine is on fight or flight. Okay, let's look at the Emperor. Let's look at the Emperor for Libra. Let's look at the Emperor for Libra. So here's the Page of Pentacles. Your Emperor knows what it is, but he has it in his hands, but maybe he's not doing anything. The Judgment is in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. There's something that we need to understand to start the machine here. It's like if you have the potential in your hand and you don't see how it's going to happen, so it remains a potential. What is that Queen of Pentacles in reverse? It could come from a very long time ago. The Six of Cups sometimes is about our childhood. And here we have the Page of Wands and the Devil in reverse. So the Page of Wands, that's good because that's a positive wand. In order to maybe rise above the self-insecurities of worth and value, of being received, of being supported, of the universe supporting you, of people supporting you. Here we need that page. We need that innocence and enthusiasm in going for that pentacle. Okay, let's look at the Six of... So you're facing a nice little karma here. Tower's going to help you to get the truth. But you need to heal your Queen of Pentacles. You cannot be all closed up and safe like this, then of course you'll survive, but nothing will happen. Here, the Judgment and the Temperance in reverse, we need to see the bigger picture. Look at the shadow. We need to look at the shadow. Look at him. Ooh, I put them... Okay. Yeah. Because you want him to crumble with his insecurities. With maybe telling you, well, you know, Libra, your projects did not work before, they weren't received, you don't have what it takes, you will not be supported, and you have to stop believing it. But there's an unconscious part of you that really buys it. And that is afraid. There's a fear here. There's a lot of fear. So let's look at the Empress. Empress for Libra. Okay, the Empress still holds the sadness. That's why your Six of Cups was in the reverse. Old sadnesses. It's still holding on to it, and it's still looking at the possibilities of what is in front of her through the lens of her losses. And that's why she's holding on to as much as she can, and she won't be risking anything. When you're connected to your Empress and High Priestess, to your feminine, to your soul, it will guide you. So that inner knowing of, yes, you don't see the bridge, but it's there. Step on it with your faith. That's your feminine that shows you that truth. But if at one point you were hurt and your fear will block that voice, and therefore you will just hold on to anything that seems solid for you. Let's look at that Four of Pentacles, because they put it twice. You're holding on to something that maybe has lasted for a long time. You're ready for your next cycle of Pentacle, but you're holding on to what you have known before. For some of you, it's a heartbreak. It's a grieving of something that was established for so long. And you don't want to see that it is also a new beginning for you. But that Ten of Pentacles did not have the Sun upright for a long time. Why is it the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Wands? Ten of Wands. Yeah, the fire. It's time to drop this. You're at the end of that cycle too. I have the Page of Cup in reverse, holding on to all the times that you did not receive a cup, that you did not receive the love that you should have received, and that you lost love maybe. So holding on to what was, maybe at one point, is hindering you, because right now it's affecting your self-worth, and it's limiting you to a very tight situation that you cannot expand in. Let's look at that Ace of Pentacles. They're telling you, go for it. Justice. And here is the Strength in reverse. And here is the Seven of Wands, but this time in reverse. So, justice is important. It's all of our partnerships, you know. And here it's trying to say to you, there's more out there. The water you've had and you drank from for the past 10 years or whatever is not fulfilling for you and is hindering you. And it's time to actually take your wand and go for it. Oh, and I had the Three of Cups that came on the side. It's about your happiness in all of this. And yes, it's going to take strength. Because right now your Leo is saying, we're not budging. Try to hold on with the skin of your teeth, Libra, onto this, because we might lose and be hurt. And we're not going through this again. But he doesn't have any references to what that next pentacle can bring you. That next pentacle can bring you happiness, can bring you a fulfillment that you have no reference to. But for that, you need to allow yourself to release the old. Let's look at that Fool. The Fool with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So we have a repeat of our Five of Wands in reverse, like we have right under. And we have the Two of Cups. For some of you, it's a relationship. I'm not surprised with the Emperor and Empress here. So trusting and to reinvesting yourself, socializing for some of you, reinvesting yourself, even if you were hurt from a long-standing partnership, okay, of any kind. Here, the universe is like, Libra, you gotta trust again. Justice is you, and you're ruled by Venus. So you have to have that Venus completely exalted within you if you want your relationships to be balanced. If she's not, her worth, she's unconditional love and worth, abundance. So if her worth is distorted and her love, Six of Cups in reverse, is distorted also, all the associations will be disbalanced. Five of Wands. Not conflicted anymore about maybe receiving love, about bringing your heart out there. If that Ace of Pentacles is a relationship, there it is. If that Ace of Pentacles is a project you've always wanted to bring forward because that's what you've always loved, Six of Cups, but you were hurt at one point trying to do this, and now you're just holding on to what you have known and afraid to lose. But here, the universe is asking of you to take a leap of faith. Trust, Libra, trust. Trust that it is the best for you. No matter what is that ending towards, to release you from a restrictive situation or state of being or belief. So I will call this trust you. Trust you. All right? And so on this, I'm going to send you all my love and light for the month of January. If you want a private reading, you know that the description is below. Very user-friendly. There's a website. Also, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and please subscribe to help grow the channel. And of course, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, new moon, full moon. I ask the divine to give you in the shape and form that is going to be the most beneficial for you. On this, namaste, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.